John and Sue Naggs had their information stolen from a call centre in India by a member of its technical staff.
They had the 16 digits on the front of the card, the 3 numbers on the back of the card, my name, my address, my phone number, and also my bank account details.
I don't think it should happen. If you give your personal details and there's supposed to be data protection, then your personal details should stay with that company and you. It shouldn't go any further. But obviously it is. And it's wrong.
UK call centres have been dealing with these kind of leaks for some time. Dispatches has discovered worrying evidence of a new wave of data thefts from inside financial institutions. There are major frauds under investigation in a number of areas, including Liverpool, Leeds and Rotherham. But I've come to Glasgow, one of the call centre capitals of the country. Here the police are investigating not just 1, but 6 cases of data theft with a total value in excess of £1 million. Strathclyde Police have officers who specialise in this kind of fraud.
It's organised crime that's behind this. They'll either recruit people who are already within that financial institution, or they will deliberately place their own associates within a financial institution, purely with a view to obtaining information. Now, this batch of paper, which is about 70 customers, was contained on one CD. In some cases, it's very limited information, and in other cases, it's every question you can think of that a bank would ask you is recorded here. It came to our attention when a house was searched. It was one of many CDs that was seized from that house, a criminal house.
So the capacity to commit crime from that information must be considerable.
If the whole package was available, they could carry out any transaction by internet or telephone with those details.
So that wad of paper there to a criminal could constitute hundreds of thousands of pounds worth really, for criminal behaviour.
The potential is horrendous.
I turned my attention back to India, where call centres for foreign banks have had their own problems. Last year, $350,000 was stolen following a data leak from a call centre used by Citibank.
The lapse at this call centre came as a shock. It's one of India's most prestigious. But we've since discovered a further breakdown in security at the same call centre, this time involving one of their UK clients, Abbey.
Abbey used the call centre, which was run by Indian company Mphasis, to handle their customer calls. One company who formerly used the same centre was British internet outfit Brightview.
It just so happened that one day I was with one of my tech colleagues and we said, OK, let's listen to some calls together. And he punched into the computer to bring up the process. And whilst he was doing it, he noticed that every other process that Mphasis were handling, we could listen to as well. So, for example, Abbey. We could tap into a call. We could listen to the agent being spoken to by the customer, giving out their name, giving out their password, saying, well, I'd like to transfer £500 to Mrs. Jones' account. And all of this was going on live time, and we could hear it.
This technical failure could have had serious consequences. Fortunately, it was only heard by Brightview staff.
I could have called up 5 minutes later and said, I've just spoken to whoever it is. I'm very sorry, I forgot something. Can you just do that? He'll say, what's your account name? And I'll say, my account name is this. And what's your password? And I would give him the password. And I could say, and you can see from my notes that I called 5 minutes ago. So immediately I bought the confidence of that agent. Now, you know, that could have happened time and time and time again.
We contacted Mphasis and Abbey about this security breach in their call centre. Abbey replied,
Abbey takes the security of customer data very seriously. The incident has long since been rectified through the introduction of enhanced controls and regular security reviews, and no customers were financially disadvantaged due to the system's error.
Mphasis replied,
This incident happened 2 years ago and was rectified within 2 days. No customers were financially affected in any way. The issue was caused by a previously undetected hardware problem rather than a process lapse or human error. We continue to monitor all our systems, ensuring the highest levels of security.
I had discovered security breaches across India, but had yet to break into one of the networks said to be operating here. That was until I arrived in a cyber city. where a group claimed they could get me illegal data to order. Our research took us to Cyberabad, a high-tech metropolis built on the rocky landscape in the outskirts of Hyderabad that housed some of the biggest call centres in the country. My colleague Paul had made it known that I was looking to do business there. We'd since heard back that one contact was interested. He claimed his people were very well connected and might be willing to trade, but it was going to be difficult. The place was on red alert. George Bush was about to visit Hyderabad's high-tech centre, so everyone was on their guard. There were even rumours of undercover inspectors from UK companies trying to catch people out selling data. But our contact rang to say the meeting was still on. Zabi Ibrahim Mohammed was his name. I sent Paul over first to see what he had to offer. Zabi claimed he had access to a network of data sellers, but getting information from them wouldn't be easy. Data security was tightening up.
Yeah.
That is, main securities are being maintained now. So people are very much alert with all this.
So is it we can't do it then? To be honest with me, this is why we are here.
No. Definitely it will be done, but it takes time.
What is going to get their trust? The lead vendor, what's going to get his trust? Money?
No, say. Yes, money.
Well, how much?
Money and the profile of a company.
Everywhere else, we'd been able to obtain information without any proof of our cover story. In Hyderabad, it was different. They wanted to know who we were. The next step was to meet one of Zabi's network of data sellers, one of the so-called lead vendors. He introduced us to a man called Sharif. Sharif explained that the network specialised in selling information on people interested in financial products.
Yeah, generally we sell the leads in financial only.
Right. We represent a foreign bank who is going to enter the UK market for banking.
Yeah.
Is going to be selling.
These people are generally dealing with those things.
Good.
Because I have even sold them some leads for the banking system.
Yeah. That's the lead we need because we are a bank.
Banking system, I sold them. I have given them.
But you know, we're talking about how many leads we need a month? 40,000?
40,000 to 50,000 leads.
Don't worry.
You can supply that. But hot ones, not just names and addresses.
No.
That's a cold lead.
The complete information.
In passing, Zabi claimed that sometimes data came from unlikely sources. For example, centres handling medical records of UK patients.
The patients who will be in hospitals.
They have bank accounts. Okay. Can you
Even,
get those?
even we have explored to that extent. Even we have that contacts, we have to just approach them.
So you get the bank account details of medical patients?
Yeah.
And we can call them and sell them
It takes
credit
time,
cards?
but it is in the process still.
Yeah.
But Sharif made it clear that Zabi was not the main player. We should meet his brother.
It is better that you talk to his elder brother.
Yeah.
He's coming maybe tomorrow evening.
Okay.
We were making progress, slowly gaining their trust, but we had more work to do. A meeting was set up in a large hotel in Hyderabad. Here Paul met the rest of Zabi's associates to discuss business.